Hey guys, it's Shannon Rose.
And Travis.
And today we're going to be telling you guys the real reason we haven't been able to get pregnant. I feel like we have given you tons of updates, and this is something that we actually just found out ourselves that we didn't know before, and so it's kind of something that's new to us that we didn't know was possibly a huge reason why we weren't getting pregnant. We just thought it was mainly because of me and, you know, my endometriosis, my PID, just like not good eggs, like we didn't really know. But then after doing the egg retrieval, and you know, if you guys watched those videos, you would know that after our IVF and our egg retrieval and we did ICSI and all these different things, we only ended up with one embryo that survived, even though we had like, what, 6 or 7?
Yeah, there were 6 that were on their way.
Yeah. So we should have had around 6 embryos that survived. I mean, at the least, like maybe 4 that survived. And when we went back and talked to the doctor, she had told us some things, and I guess I wasn't really paying attention because I didn't realize this until like the other day when I literally looked at a piece of paper that they had given us, and it said like our diagnosis of like why we weren't able to get pregnant. But basically the reason, or a big reason that it's a possibility that we haven't been able to get pregnant yet is because Travis's sperm morphology is off, and it's called like tetraspermia or something like that.
Yeah, something.
And so at the very beginning, like when we first went through all this, you guys were probably thinking, but I thought you guys had Travis's sperm tested like we did. And at the very beginning, they did mention like a morphology thing, but the doctor was like so nonchalant about it. And he was like, oh, like his sperm count's so high, I don't think it's an issue at all. They're like, but just in case, like take all these vitamins and, you know, do these things, change this around, and it should help. And so he did, and he was like really good about it. And he went back in, and then the morphology was better. He tested like way better or whatever. So we never even thought this was like an issue because the doctor seemed to think it wasn't an issue at all. So we just didn't think anything of it. But then after the whole like egg retrieval thing, we were like, what the hell happened? Like my eggs must be like really messed up. I honestly thought it was just all me. I had no idea it had anything to do with Travis. But then when I went to this doctor's appointment, I was very tired, and I also had just had like sedation dentistry the day before, so I was not all with it. But the doctor had specifically said that she didn't think it was an egg thing, that she possibly thought it was something on their end, or it most likely is a sperm thing after 3 days. Like, so the first 3 days when they do this, what is it called? When they put the egg and the sperm together? I don't remember what it's called.
I'm at a loss right now. So it's, yeah, there's basically doing the implantation between the sperm and the egg, like putting the sperm inside of the egg, and then they allow it to grow for like 5 days or whatever. Right.
So within that 5 days, they say in the first 3 days, if something happens, it's most likely has to do with the egg. But after 3 days, if something happens to the embryos, then it most likely has to do with the sperm. It is a sperm issue. And so I still like honestly did not think that it was like a sperm thing. I was just kind of like, I think, in denial that it had anything to do with Travis because I thought it was like literally all on me. And then the other day when I was looking at our paperwork, because right now, I don't know if you guys I don't know if you could tell, maybe you can, I'm like extremely exhausted. I feel like I need to be sleeping right now, and I have like no energy at all whatsoever. I've been doing tons of injections. My stomach is completely bruised right now. I like barely got by doing my hair and makeup to film this video.
Yeah. It's been a lot. It's been a very lot over the past week, basically.
Yeah, and we're actually doing like our fertility treatment this week. We're doing our IUI, and then like tomorrow we go in for another ultrasound, and then the following week is when we're supposed to do our implantation of our one and only embryo. But when I was looking at the paperwork, it said like diagnosis, and it said endometriosis, which is obviously what I have, and then it said male factor infertility tetrasperma. I don't know how to pronounce the word, but it's basically like where the morphology is off for the sperm. Basically what that means is like the tail is like messed up, right? Like the way that it looks is messed up or something. I don't know. I can't explain it to you, but basically something with Travis is also messed up. So like you guys, not only am I like, do I have a hard time getting pregnant, but Travis also does with his like biology. So the odds are just really not in our favor. And we're finding this out like literally days before our like possibly last fertility procedure we will ever be doing. I don't know. For me, it's like, you know, could this get any worse? That's like what I'm thinking in my head. Like, really, dude? But how do you feel about it? Do you feel like in denial? Because I was like kind of in denial for a while.
You know, when we got the news, and you guys have seen that video, if not, I'm sure we'll have it linked in or whatever, but when we got the news from just having one left from the 6 days or whatever, I mean, we were just floored. We were just devastated because, I mean, we put so much time and effort and money and injections and shots and all this stuff to be left with one. And yes, we're very grateful that there's one. But if we wanted more than one kid, that's it. I mean, there was just the one. The whole thing we'd have to do again. And it's not just wanting another baby. Having only one embryo means you only have one chance, and it might not even work. And so to find out that we started with 6, and then to be, you know, for all of them to not make it to 1 is just a hard thing to swallow, basically. You know, depending on if it's my issue or Shannon's issue or both of our issue, you know, it just sucks because in our situation we want answers. We want answers, and we want to know, what did we do wrong? What did they do wrong? What could we do better if we ever decided to do it again, which who knows if that's even the case. And I don't know, it's just I think both of us we like answers. And I just don't know if we get every answer that we want.
Yeah,
basically.
and I don't think we'll ever get like the exact reason. You know, like nobody can really tell why we haven't gotten pregnant. We know good reasons probably why we haven't got pregnant, but we'll never really know. And so I feel like, you know, a huge reason why we haven't gotten pregnant was because we weren't really looking at the whole thing on Travis's end. We were more looking at like what was going on my end. At this point, it's kind of too late in the game to get a sperm donor or get embryo donors is what I'm trying to say. You know, all that. So we're kind of like at this crossroad where we're like, okay, well, whatever happens, happens. Like, and we kind of just have to be okay with it. And I've talked to him and I'm like, Trav, like, we need to have a conversation where like, what are we going to do if this doesn't work, basically? And then what are we going to do if it does work? You know? So we haven't had that conversation. I've tried to have it with my husband, but he doesn't really like to talk about that kind of stuff.
If it does work, there's no conversation.
There's definitely a conversation.
We're going to be very excited.
We're going to be very excited, but there's got to be there's going to be a conversation because our whole living situation right now is...
Well, yeah, but I mean, those are like really good conversations.
Yeah,
like, those are like happy, good conversations.
Right, but it's still a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah, if stuff doesn't work, then those are like...
hard conversations to have.
Not fun conversations.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know if other YouTubers have had these conversations on camera, like that they've shared. But I was almost thinking, like, because we do need to have this conversation and we have shared so much of our journey, that we are thinking about making a video, like our next video, which will probably be pretty soon because we're going to make it before we find out if we're pregnant or not. And I think we're going to have that conversation on camera, like what is our plan if this doesn't work? Are we going to adopt? Are we going to just say maybe we weren't meant to have kids and this is the end of our fertility journey? You know, are we going to bring home 6 cats because that's what I feel like doing? Are we going to buy a tiny house? Are we going to get an RV? Like, there's just so many things like we need to talk about and discuss. So if you guys want to see that video, definitely give this video a thumbs up and let us know down in the comment section if you guys want to see it. I think we're going to post it anyways, but let us know if you want to see it or not, or if you have a better idea for a different video. But that's kind of where we're at right now. We really wanted to update you because we think it's an important thing that's come up in our fertility journey, and because we've been so open and sharing our journey with you, we thought that it was important to let you guys know that we also have male factor infertility. And on my end, and at the same time, they're like unexplained infertility because they don't really know what's causing it, but they do know that we have a lot of issues going on, not just for me, but Travis as well. So we are just thanking you so much for your prayers and your support and all your love. It's so much appreciated. It really is. And we just love you so much. And thank you for allowing us to share our fertility journey with you guys. We're going to keep you posted and we're going to be vlogging. So make sure to subscribe to the vlog channel. the beauty channel and Travis's channel. He put a video up the other day on his thoughts on infertility. So if you guys want to check that out, you can. We'll try to link it down below if we could remember. But that's about it for this video. Do you have any last words you want to say? You want anything to say?
No, not much. I mean, we'll keep you guys posted. I think our moods have been kind of all over the place lately. So,
especially mine. Those hormones, girl.
Yeah, and I just think, you know, if anyone's like, oh, you seem, you know, happy today or sad today or like kind of in a weird mood, that's exactly what we show. What you guys, you know, I mean, kind of just try and show everything. You know, sometimes like we're not just always gonna be super excited and super happy and just like all like rambunctious, because it's like this is like real life stuff that's going on, and you know, we're trying to get through it, you know, the best we know how, and you guys see it all.
You guys see real life, and we don't like put on a show for the camera. This is like us. What you see is what you get, and you can ask any of our friends in real life. They'll tell you like we are exactly how we are on camera as we are in real life. And I think that's important to be honest. I think that comes through in our videos that, you know, we share the real deal, and we want to, because we want other people that are going through this to know they're not alone, and also just to educate people that don't know anything about it, you know? So anyway, we're just rambling now, but we love you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. We are sending you all of our love and all of our positive energy. We hope to see you in our next video.